What's up, guys? Grizz the Wizard here.
And I'm Hera.
Coming back for another reaction to House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm super excited. And I want to see what happened after last episode.
Yeah, it was kind of a shocking way to start off with like a gory ass childbirth / torture scene, I guess. And a really cool like joust with like strong like A Knight's Tale energy. That was really cool. Before we get any further, shout out to Nerd Chronic, who edited this reaction for us and snuck it past the HBO blockade, allowing us to share it with everyone else. Couldn't do it without you, man. Yeah, the first episode was super well received by everybody, and like we got a ton of comments on our video as well. People were nice enough to show us things that we may have missed as well. Did you know, for example, that during the big scene at the end where Viserys is telling Rhaenyra about like the Song of Ice and Fire, that the dagger that he's holding is the same one that Snape used to kill Dumbledore. It's canon. It's true.
You got me. Damn it.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, without further ado, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. House of the Dragon, episode 2.
All right.
Okay, yes. Finally.
I love the like locks.
And the blood.
Ooh, blood.
Okay, this is what I was waiting for last episode. We didn't get like a sweet ass intro. Oh, this is even cooler. The blood's like unlocking everything.
Everything.
It's very ritualistic.
The blood must flow.
It's the royal blood, the bloodline. And it's crossing over the crests of different rulers. That's totally what it is.
It's like veins too.
Ooh, is all the blood rushing through the king's model that he made?
Oh,
is
this
that what
totally
this
could
is?
be because it does look like the same stonework.
I'm glad that they didn't change the theme. Because it's too good.
Well, we're still in like the Game of Thrones universe.
The Westeros verse. But like, man, that Game of Thrones opening theme is like so iconic. I'm glad we're hearing it again.
Yeah,
is basically what I'm
kind
saying.
of nostalgic in a way.
Totally.
Cool. I love how ancient like ruins this feels.
Totally. House of the Dragon.
And the like fire.
Let's go. Let's frickin' go. Cheers. Okay, the Crabfeeder.
Oh god.
He just like crucifies people and feeds them to the
Oh god, I can't do it. Yikes.
Okay, so the pirate fleet just came through here, wiped a bunch of people out.
So is this like some Davy Jones guy who controls the crabs, or?
No, I think he just like knows where the crabs are gonna feed.
Okay.
The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
If you've something to discuss.
This guy's so heated all the time.
I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn out this Crabfeeder.
The Seven Kingdoms have never entered open war with the free cities.
Almost sounds like it's time for a proxy war.
The losses would be...
Get one of your vassal houses to attack them.
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has squatted there for over half a year.
Does that make this 6 months after the first episode?
I guess.
Because he invented the gold cloaks last time we saw him, and now he's been with them on Dragonstone for 6 months.
They had been around for a while. He was telling us about their accomplishments last episode.
You have dragon riders, father.
Fuck yes. Just go fuck him up with some dragons.
Send us.
I know, she's like, I'll do it.
Give them a reason to fear Targaryens. No.
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new Kingsguard posting, Lord Commander?
Nice.
A fine idea.
An absolutely useful thing for her to do. God, this king's awesome.
He has his moments,
I
but
know.
he also is
know.
pretty fucked up.
I mean, he's a ruler.
By Westerosi standards, he's like a solid guy, sure.
Right, exactly, yeah.
While traveling through the Kingswood on his way to King's Landing, Sir Desmond recently brought a would-be poacher to justice.
I love his squawky birds on his shirt.
Sir Ryman was knighted at 8 and 10.
Do any of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers?
No.
No, it's peacetime.
Sir Kristen Cole.
Nice.
You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Dornish marches, Princess.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Nice.
Let's not be too hasty.
The princess has spoken,
I know.
Hightower.
She knows what she's talking about.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Should he not?
Houses ain't gonna matter when you're protecting your king.
The Valyrian capital was built into a volcano, much like Dragonstone. And this was the Inaugural, where the Blood Mages worked their craft.
Nice, that's what we see in the opening. Mm-hmm. Blood magic.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No, Your Grace.
Creepy.
Yeah. Gross.
Red flag.
I find this is a way to be with my mother. Here in the quiet of the steppes. I feel close to her. I know it sounds foolish.
I don't think it's foolish.
I don't. Good.
What do I say?
Whatever you wish. It's only for you and the gods to know.
Poor girl. Mm-hmm. That's some good acting. You can just see it in her face how much she misses her mom.
I want him to see me as more than his little girl. Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort. Thank you.
She's like sort of being like a stepmother about it. It's kind of weird.
I mean, that's
Like a
why I feel
friend
like
and
she's
a-
older than her.
Yeah, well, I think she's older too.
Join our families. Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses.
Damn.
Gross.
Your cousin's daughter, huh?
Today at small council,
Pay it no mind.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young.
But
You will learn.
I think she's gonna do it anyway. Honestly.
Ugh.
Maggots.
Yep.
Maggots to help
Oh,
with the
his
finger.
finger's black.
Ooh. Yeah, you better step up the wedding. Make it happen fast.
You're still trying to save the digit? There's no way that's happening.
Nah.
The maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
Damn. Well, I'm not.
There's
having
not
Rice
going to be a
Krispies
finger
again.
back when he comes out. There's not going to be a finger. All the flesh is dead. It's all dead.
It's just gonna be a bone.
Big old stomp. Yep.
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Lena.
I dearly loved my own lady wife, and to be compelled to replace her for duty's sake. You are the king, but I do not envy you.
I think it was the first honest thing that Otto's said so far.
Oh my god, is
That's
that
her.
What was it like flying the Black Dread? You were Valerian's last rider.
She's got to be like 11.
It would be a great honor to join our houses, as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you many children.
Oh.
Is that what your father told you to say? What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Oh my god, so awkward.
Imagine if your dad remarries and the new wife is younger than you are. Come on.
And the girl's not even 14 yet.
It bothers you, does it not?
Does not bother you?
She barely showed any emotion about it.
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Nice.
Of course it does. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. The men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
That was her experience.
I brought you something.
Oh, replacement.
Oh,
thingy
the
broke.
dragon.
I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
Aww. That was very thoughtful.
Your Grace, I've called a small council to an emergency session.
Why?
I think it best you hear it directly.
Oh god.
Very well.
Oh, what's happened now?
Whoa!
What?
Daridaros Daemon Sikia
Oh,
no.
shit.
Daemon.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria, with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle, in the custom of House Targaryen.
Scorio Dromon Daemon Leitas.
Dromon hidrotso iles Daridaros.
Ouch. Rhaenyra is so incredibly hurt by what her uncle did. Like, that's so disrespectful to her and to her family. Cool.
Amazing.
That was really
Did you
cool.
see the,
with like the
claw?
dragon on the front.
Yeah.
That was Yes.
Oh boy, that's aggressive.
Dragonstone.
I was gonna say there should be like.
That's where Dany first arrived on Westeros. Was that beach? Oh, look at that shot. Cool, like the two groups arriving in the middle.
There's 50. That's 50. That's not very many people.
The visuals here are insane. Like, it's movie level for sure.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. And leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
He's like, God damn it. He knows Daemon well enough to know that he just made things worse.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Okay, now we're escalating.
I'm waiting for some dragons.
What was that? Nice.
Rhaenyra?
I don't think anyone's in the
Where's
saddle.
Is that Daemon's dragon? Doesn't he have a dragon?
Oh, I love his little collar. He's cute.
Sheathe the fucking steel.
What's the smoke out there? Nice.
You gonna see a dragon?
Rhaenyra, she went rogue. She showed up anyway.
You're gonna fight your uncle's dragon?
No, she's gonna get in between these two and be like, you guys are being idiots.
His dragon's so much bigger than hers.
She got so much swagger coming off the dragon.
Dariraroso prostas. Kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz mi anuchon isa.
Tubi moneri, Nike de Niklas.
Sekedje sut nuchon vronkron, dromon laudigon ao belvitas.
Pipo zadrzon mi mazem pilo vule, konir nuhruho sut Thailand.
Sekelat.
Razilari Tubi.
One day.
I feel like she's rethinking this whole thing.
I'm right here, Uncle. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me.
Just hand her the egg. Let this all be over with.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh!
Oh, he just tosses it. Yeah, that's very him, though. That's very him to just throw it like that. Nice. I mean, she came through.
Worked,
that was absolutely going to spiral out of control and end in some sort of bloodshed. If it was just Hightower and Daemon, like...
Keep it on fire.
Man, why did Otto Hightower insist on going himself? He was terrible at negotiating. He did nothing but escalate it. I don't know. As Hand of the King, you'd think he'd be more skilled at these things.
I know, right?
You know? Like Tyrion Lannister was like putting out fires left and right, and he was so good at it.
Lena Valarian.
Don't do it, bro. Just
Lord
don't do
Corlys
it.
is your master of ships. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She will mature.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, what's to dislike? At least he dislikes that.
Yeah, I know.
At least we've got
he's
that
like the only
going.
one. He's waiting for somebody to tell him it's a bad idea, but everybody else is like, "Yeah, it's a good job, good idea politically."
I hate to say it, but the only person who hesitated about that was Otto Hightower. He was
I
the
know.
only one who was like, "She's young."
No, I always thought because he wants him to marry his daughter.
Oh God, you think he's gonna marry Alicent Hightower? I hadn't really considered that.
Really?
That would really fuck things up between Alicent and Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
You should wed Lena Valarian, Your Grace. Sate Lord Corlys and fix him at your side.
Yeah, sate him. Ugh.
It'd be great if you could find a way to sate him that didn't involve marrying a 12-year-old.
Princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone?
I was gonna say he didn't know she went.
Dragonstone.
Oh my God, those sconces. We need those. We need those.
You disobeyed me. You fled King's Landing without a word. You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
I feel like this is the moment he's realizing she's already flown out from under his wing.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late.
A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
Yeah, no. Wasn't gonna happen.
Everybody was gonna die.
Yes.
And he knew it.
I sometimes forget how alike you both were.
Oh, her and her mom.
It's so complicated because he really did love her, you know? He did a terrible thing, but he loved her.
There's also this theme of him listening to his counsel, too. Like, he did it because his counsel told him to.
That's true.
We don't know that she wouldn't have been able to eventually give birth. She might have been.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown. I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir.
You will, though, as soon as you have a son.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm. Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
Doesn't mean she likes it. She understands.
Right.
Why is she there?
I have decided.
She's the cupbearer.
To take a
her.
new wife.
Oh, Rhaenys.
Oh, because it's not gonna be her. It's gonna be Otto's daughter.
I really
telling
hope
you,
you're wrong.
I'm telling you.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
I intend to marry.
Oh, she's figuring
Lady
it out.
Alicent Hightower. Before spring's end.
Look at him.
He's so
Look
pleased.
how smug he is.
You fucking prick.
I know, you've ruined everything with this guy. This guy was already on hot water.
This is an absurdity.
How dare you not marry my 12-year-old?
It's like, what?
Man, Hightower. What if Corlys allies with
Terrible.
Daemon?
This was terrible.
What if Corlys goes supports Daemon and then Daemon has a claim to the throne and all the ships? That's what's going to happen.
That's what's gonna happen.
He's going to go straight to Daemon.
I know, and now Rhaenyra's like,
Rhaenyra.
I have no one.
Yeah, just get out of there.
You
Just
should
get
have
out of
told
there.
her.
No.
You didn't want to be estranged to her, but you withheld
Rhaenyra
like
does
some
not
of the
owe
most
you
important
nothing right
information.
now. How dare you guys?
It would have gone so much better if you had agreed to marry the 12-year-old.
When I ascended the Driftwood throne,
Cool.
I knew what I
Throne.
wanted.
I like the ocean waves on his chair too.
I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Is it Daemon?
Yep. You called it.
Looking especially Legolas right now. In that little jerkin with his hair back.
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones?
Oh, he's like tied there, so he can't leave.
It was never my brother's strongest trait.
What?
Bravery.
Being king.
Yeah, I like Daemon a lot.
Crabfeeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities. And the king's failures have allowed him to accumulate strength.
Man, this is some, like, Davy Jones and then some.
While our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish.
But you will show him respect. Yeah.
Waiting in the Stepstones is a chance for you to prove your worth to any who might yet doubt it. Our worth is not given.
It's taken.
It must be made.
Oh, made. So he's got like metal like on his face.
He's got like a Barnacle war paint thing going on.
Yeah, it's like a
helmet.
mask. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, these crab pirate people seem pretty badass, actually.
Yeah.
Man, getting crucified on a beach and then just like crabs like
Slowly
eating away at you, but you're not even.
I didn't know that crabs did that. That they like.
Well,
eat
Westerosi
people.
crabs are notoriously carnivorous, so or something like that.
And so, like, his issue is just that he wants to attack people. This crab master guy.
His issue is that he's trying to consolidate power along the coasts, and he wants to like rule that area. Because right now,
because all I saw was
Corlys's big concern is that
people.
all of their merchants and shipping and trading and stuff is getting interfered with by these pirates, and to eventually, I think the pirates are trying to set it up to where like Targaryen ships have to pay for protection from these pirates if they want to go through there, like extort, like a fee kind of thing.
Okay.
And they're not having it. So
God. Well,
now Daemon's gonna mess them up though. Daemon's gonna show up with the gold cloaks and just wipe them out.
So far.
Daemon?
Yeah.
No. Otto Hightower is the
definitely
big bad guy.
He's like the big bad guy, but Daemon is being pointed as the bad guy.
Daemon is the medium bad guy.
He's being painted as the bad guy.
No, Daemon is our Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. Do you remember Jaime Lannister in season 1? What a fuckboy he was. Like, messing around, sleeping with his sister, pushing Bran out the window, like, being all snarky, like, stabbing Ned Stark. And then by the end of the show, he's, like, really, like,
so
a fan.
So Daemon, you think there's going to be, like, an arc with him?
I think Daemon is either going to die young, or he's going to end up very virtuous and, like, noble and selfless at the end. He has to have an arc, because he's all the way at the extreme right now.
He's going to get
killed. So crazy, and he's so, like, unpredictable and a little bit wild and all this stuff that he can't just stay that way the whole time. That's not very interesting. Yeah. It's not dynamic. You can't just be a static character in a show like this. So either he's going to change dramatically by the end of the show, or he's just going to die halfway through. I don't think he's going to die. I think
I think he's going to die.
Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, because Matt Smith is like the biggest name in the show, just like Sean Bean was the biggest name in season 1, and
I don't know, like...
I really hope that he's our Jaime and he's not our Ned. But he might be our Ned.
It would be. But, like, he is so clearly so inept and incapable, but he's got, like, this, like, hot-headedness and, like, I'm the shit. But, like, he hadn't even impregnated his whore who said, she's like, I made sure I'm never getting pregnant ever. Like, you can't go around saying that stuff.
He was totally talking shit to try and bluff his way into the thing.
And he's not actually as capable.
Pulling that move makes me think of like Mac from It's Always Sunny. It's like some wild, crazy scheme that he cooks up that's harebrained, doesn't work for him. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to say that you're pregnant and say that we're getting married soon and not tell you about it and say it in front of you to these other guys. Like, he fully didn't think that all the way through. But he still came out on top. Like, whatever. And I will never say that I like Viserys because of what he did in the first episode. Like, that was fucked up. But I do have to give him props for not marrying a 12-year-old. Because that is where the standards of Game of Thrones are these days. We have to praise someone for not marrying a kid. So good job, Viserys. I even got
an actress that young to say those things.
I will bear your children. It's like, my God.
And I won't have to bed you till I'm 14. Like, yikes.
It's like, kid, you still believe in Santa, and you're about to go get married.
I hope that she was saved a couple years now.
Yeah, right. Well, who knows? She's going to get married after the next person.
I know. Because nobody is, like, as appealing as the king, though.
I don't know. I get Lord Corlys feeling insulted because he didn't get his houses joined, but, like, I can't reconcile, like, potentially how you could, like, be a father and be pissed at someone for not marrying your clearly underage daughter who can't handle it. Like...
Well, the king...
She's such property. She's such property to him that he's like, what the hell? This is a perfectly good daughter. Why won't you take her? You know?
Well, the king sees it as he just needs somebody eligible who could potentially give him an heir. And he'd like to like the person. He really cared about it. He loved his wife.
He loved his wife.
He loved her, and he misses her, and she is like a nice kind of replacement.
He loves his daughter, too, or so he thinks.
Yeah,
and then he goes and marries her best friend.
He loves who he thought she was before she became a woman. And now he doesn't know how to treat her because she's an adult with a mind of her own, and she's actually quite intelligent, and yeah.
Well, I hope Viserys' finger wound hurries up and kills him so we can figure out what the landscape's going to look like after he's gone. Because I think it's going to be Queen Alicent versus Rhaenyra versus Corlys versus Daemon. It's going to be this whole, like, multiple factions thing. Because that's just how
you're right.
That's how the last show was.
That's what I was thinking when we saw him with the maggots. I was like, he's going to die of blood poisoning. He's going to get sepsis, and, like, that's it. That's
well, I mean, like, we know he's going to die because he's a king in season one of a Game of Thrones show. There's no way he's going to survive.
And he's somewhat likable, too.
Like, honestly, I'm surprised he's still alive. But, yeah, no, his finger's going to spread to his brain, and then they're going to have to chop it off. And it's not going to work.
Nope. It'll be too late.
And he will succumb to the brain chopping surgery.
But then there's going to be some sort of like deathbed signage, like somebody signing something so that
it's just like how Baratheon did. How he like wrote in Ned should be the king.
Yeah.
And then Cersei was like, "What note?"
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, ate the note.
Yeah, literally, just throw it in the fire.
Good times. Well, this was a really, really good episode. The plot is thickening, and like we're starting to see like our players emerge a little bit. I think we're gonna see who's gonna be playing this game. And the crab people are totally just gnarly and awesome.
I'm like glad we're gonna find out. I know we're gonna find out more about them.
It's cool. It's like Dungeons and Dragons meets Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
you know, it's like medieval crabmen.
Yeah, maybe there'll be more like seafarer stuff too. Especially since dragons can fly pretty far and back, and so like we could go to a lot of faraway places and come back relatively quickly. I mean,
well, the later seasons of Game of Thrones, they did that a ton. Like the skipping between locations, like fast travel. Like in the first few seasons, we got a lot of like sequences of just people on the road, going between places, and then eventually it was just like arriving here, arriving there, arriving back here. So maybe because we've got so many dragon riders, like that's their way of explaining. Okay, well we're gonna jump around a lot. But we have these like high-speed vehicles kind of thing.
But not everybody, just the dragon riders.
Just the main characters.
And is it more? It's just the Targaryens, right? Like
just the Targaryens.
And they said that they have like 10, 12 dragons right now.
They've got like over a dozen dragons, and then obviously also they've got
so
a bunch of eggs.
Who else has a dragon? So like the king has a dragon, and Daemon has a dragon, and Rhaenyra has a dragon.
Rhaenys has a dragon.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Corlys's wife has a dragon for sure. That would make her the only dragon rider in their family. And I don't know if Lady Lena.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if she would be a dragon rider because she's half Targaryen, half Valerion, and they're not dragon riders. I don't know. All I know is that I want to go back and reread the Dragon Riders of Perth's series by Anne McCaffrey because I've said dragon rider like 10 times. Now I have to read those books again. What was your favorite part, favorite scene, if you had one?
Oh boy, I don't know.
For me, I think it was just the confrontation scene on the bridge of Dragonstone with like high towers, people on this side, like the glow cloaks on this side, and then Rhaenyra just comes flying in. And also like these actors are doing such a good job with the made up Valyrian language. Like they're sounding more natural than Dany did, and I think that's cool because it shows that Dany like had to learn it from a book, you know, because no one else spoke it. Yeah, but these people have like grown up in like immersed in the language, and like it shows. Even
like the horror chick, I wish I knew what her name was, Lady Malaria or something like that.
Mahor. Lady Medamon's
even seemed to understand because like he communicated all that to Rhaenyra in that language, and she seemed to at least understand it. She didn't speak it, but
well, that's because Daemon was all like blah 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 blee blee blah 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 blue blue blah 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 blee, and that was it's all a bunch of pantomime, and she's like oh man, all right, well we're getting derailed here, so I think it's time to end the video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This reaction was cut down and edited by Nerd Chronic, so we can sneak it past the copyright censors. But if you want to watch the full-length uncut version, there's a link in the description to the video to the Patreon page where you can check that out. Thanks again for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace!